So I got an interesting text message this morning from a friend of mine from med school who I haven't seen in like 6 years or so. And this is what the message is about. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the National Public Radio. So we'll just take a quick look at this.
All right, so there's a long history of giving personal advice using the mass media. Dr. Joyce Brothers was a psychologist on TV starting in the 1950s. She opened the door for others, Dr. Ruth, Dr. Phil, Dr. Drew, and now on the live streaming platform Twitch, there's Dr. K. NPR's Andrew Limbong looks at how Dr. K addresses mental health for an online community. Just a warning, this piece addresses mental health issues, including suicide.
Dr. K is on Twitch talking to a streamer who goes by Hafu.
My entire gaming career, I've always had people tell me I don't deserve it. And
she's talking about insecurities she's faced being a woman in the male-dominated space of video games, and then feeling bad for feeling insecure. Dr. K offers this.
So I think that what you have is this ball of undigested emotion.
Dr. K says emotions and hurt from Hafu's past feed into how she reacts to things today.
And what I'm telling you is that it's in my experience, and I feel pretty confident about this, you can digest that emotional energy. And once that emotional energy has been digested, the insecurity is gone.
Unprocessed emotions are a common theme in the HealthyGamerGG Twitch channel, where Dr. K will talk to guests in front of his more than 400,000 followers and ask them about their mental health. Dr. K is Dr. Alok Kanoja, a Harvard-trained licensed practicing psychiatrist specializing in addiction. But he thinks the mental health care system isn't equipped to handle a glut of new challenges. Apps being designed to keep us scrolling, games built to never end, trolling, burnout. On his stream, Kanoja encourages listening, letting yourself be vulnerable and cry, and he guides people through meditation techniques.
So close your eyes. And I want you to feel the space between your hands.
Healthy Gamer was co-founded by Kanoja and his wife Kruti years before their Twitch stream started. As an undergrad, Kanoja played a lot of video games, StarCraft, Diablo 2, Warcraft 3, and he told me it got to be too much.
And so the more overwhelmed I would feel, the more I'd play video games. And the more I would play video games, the more overwhelmed I would feel. And it turned into a vicious cycle.
He found his way out of the cycle after studying meditation and yoga in India. A few years later, Kanoja was training to be a psychiatrist and asking teachers and mentors about gaming addiction and how to solve it. Nobody had the answers. So he asked his gaming peers about their mental health and found a few common threads.
Challenges around social anxiety. They have challenges around confidence, lacking purpose or meaning.
He talked to groups of them informally, teaching them about meditation and mental health care. This grew into what Healthy Gamer is now. Not just the Twitch stream, they also offer a program where you can talk to a trained peer counselor. Twitch actually partnered with Healthy Gamer to offer the peer counseling to some of its bigger streamers, like Addie Nicole Amick. She sings for the band Halocene, which has been on Twitch for years, playing songs, interacting with fans. Being on Twitch is the thing that provides her income, but having to be on all the time in front of thousands of people takes its toll. She says Healthy Gamer demystified mental health and therapy for her.
This is for people that just are struggling with everyday stuff, and it's not that scary, it's not that weird.
Dr. K is careful to say that his streams on Twitch aren't therapy.
Just a reminder that everything we talk about on stream is for educational purposes only.
And participants give written consent before they appear. But being a licensed psychiatrist and having talks that look a lot like therapy on Twitch puts him in a hazy ethical position. Here's Rachel Cowart, a psychologist and research director for Take This, a mental health nonprofit serving the gaming community.
For me, the line is that mental health advocates do not generally provide direct recommendations or opinions about individual cases, whereas mental health professionals do.
And sometimes it's unclear which role Kanoja is playing. For instance, here's an exchange from 2019 with popular esports player Byron Bernstein, known as Reckful. Bernstein tells Dr. K he'd been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression.
You may have clinical depression, but I think what you're describing is not clinical depression.
For Cowart and other critics, this stream crossed the line from advocate to professional. Kanoja told me he chose his words very carefully here, to not contradict from Bernstein's previous diagnosis. Last summer, sadly, Bernstein took his own life. After Dr. K heard the news, he went on stream.
And I can do a lot, guys. I really can, and I tried with Reckful. I really did.
Then he asked his audience to help him and each other.
You be vulnerable. You share. Don't worry alone. Remember that your struggles are a multiplayer game too. If you want to help someone else, start by asking for their help.
Because, he said, he couldn't do it alone. Andrew Limbong, NPR News.
If you or someone you know is having suicidal thoughts, reach out for help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is open 24 hours a day, 800-273-8255.
And now, more from...
So, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, so let's be clear about a couple things, okay? So the first thing is that we're not immune to criticism. I think it's fair for us to be criticized. I really like NPR. I thought the story was great. I think that NPR tends to do a pretty good job of like being relatively balanced in their coverage. And I thought they did a fantastic job with that piece. And bringing up some of the ethical issues and concerns about what streaming is stuff that like we deal with on a daily basis, right? So we've talked to a bunch of people. We've really thought through it, and people have sort of made posts on Reddit and things like that about how what we're doing is unethical or practicing medicine or things like that. And we encourage all of that discussion. So our goal here on stream is to help people with their mental health. And if people have concerns about what we're doing, one thing that I guess didn't really get mentioned is when I was getting interviewed by NPR, I even asked Andrew, who's a solid dude, by the way. I even asked him, I was like, if someone has concerns about what we're doing, I'd love to talk to them. And because I'm open to criticism, because our goal here is to help people. And if there's something that we could be doing better, something that we're doing wrong, like, please let us know. I mean, I don't have all the answers. I'm not omniscient, and I make mistakes. And so if you guys have any concerns or think that we could be doing things differently or better, I mean, I feel like I periodically ask you guys, what do you want us to do? Because I don't have all the answers. So I think it's totally cool. I felt really well represented by NPR, and I think they're talking about a lot of important stuff. And I don't know if you guys know this, Twitch, but we're like mainstream now, boys and girls. So we got to be careful. Like, we got to represent ourselves well, right? We can't represent ourselves as Twitch chat. So like Twitch chat needs to put on a suit and put on a tie and comb our hair and maybe shave. And this is what I want you guys to understand. Like, I want you guys to understand that this story from NPR, which I felt flattered that they reached out, this is because of you guys, right? Like, so the stream is nothing without you. We are nothing without you. And like, Healthy Gamer it's an AoE healing kind of thing. And I think the fact that they brought up Byron is also completely fair. It's like, it's an important point about who we are. Byron was like formative to who we are. Like, he's the guy who came up with the tagline AoE healing. I don't know if you guys know that. And so like, I just want you guys to understand that your presence on this stream, for those of you who have come on stream, your presence in chat, your posting on LSF and other kinds of things, posting on Reddit, your criticisms, your advice, all of these things have made Healthy Gamer what it is. Your financial support, for sure. And it's because of that we've been able to offer services to so many people and help so many people. And it's because of everything that you guys are doing. It's the stories, like, you guys would be amazed at like what we hear about Healthy Gamer. It's bizarre. Like, I was talking to a parent who ran across our content, and then, like, they were saying, like, so that we were talking to them about their kid, and then she was kind of like talking to her kid about how she was concerned about him. And then the kid was like, wait, are you talking about Dr. K? And she's like, you know about Dr. K? And he's like, yes, you know about Dr. K? And it's like, it's great, man. We're building something really genuine, and it seems to be helping a lot of people. And if you guys have suggestions on how we do it better, let me know, because at the end of the day, I'm a noob. Right? Like, I'm new to this. Like, I'm a psychiatrist, but like, I don't know how to do this. So we're open to anything that you guys have to say. And we're going to try to do the best that we can. So thank you guys for all of your support from the bottom of my heart. And don't stop the memes, baby. Memes is what keeps us going. Just a quick heads up. So just a reminder, disclaimer wise, And this isn't, I keep on saying this. I hope you guys understand. This isn't just a disclaimer, okay? So I'm going to say the disclaimer, but I want you guys to take it seriously. So, just a reminder that everything we discuss on the stream is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended to be taken as medical advice. We're going to be talking to Train today, and hopefully we'll start talking a little bit about his experiences with substance use. So, the key point that the closer we get to an actual mental health diagnosis, the more seriously you guys need to take this as just like an exploration on an educational and almost like public health kind of way. And if you guys are struggling with addiction or any other mental health or physical health issue, then, I strongly encourage you guys to actually get help for it, because the whole point of this stream and what we do at Healthy Gamer is to raise awareness about mental health. And like the person that he quoted in the article, like she said, she was saying it's not that scary and you can get help with it. And that's really what we're here for. We want a healthy gamer community, right? It's not about stopping to play video games or, any of that crap. It's about like being who you are and being the healthiest, best version of yourself. So please get medical help or see a therapist if you guys have anything that you're concerned about. You don't have to know that you have a problem. Part of the job of therapists and psychiatrists is to diagnose you with stuff. So like, is this depression? Is this not depression? I think that's part of what they're there to help you figure out.